Wagwan family, and welcome back to my channel. Please not forget to mash up the like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more content more often. I'll be on my consistency, so please put on your notification bell. And so we go. Hey Wagwan guys, and welcome back to my channel. So Sunday evening, police responded to a domestic disturbance that was filmed in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Now, I refuse to post up the video of the shooting on my channel. I do not promote death porn. So if you do want to review the video, I will link the video into my description box, but I will not be posting it in the actual video itself. Now, the black man involved in the video is named Jacob Blake. From witnesses, Jacob Blake was there to break up a fight between two black women, and he was stepping in to dissolve a situation. Now, I commend this brother for stepping in to dissolve a situation with these two women. There's a lot of social media chatter about how black women are highly unprotected in the community. Now, although I do agree with this statement, it is refreshing to see that a black man is stepping in on these situations. But here's what I have an issue with. It's the responses that I'm seeing on social media from our own people. I'm seeing black men, black women alike, speculating, sound like white supremacists, saying that he shouldn't have resisted, he shouldn't have done this, he shouldn't have. Does that warrant him to get shot in the back 7 times though? Was he even detained? Was he under arrest? What would he be arrested for? And was he even read his Miranda rights? Do y'all go through these processes in your head before you start putting shit on social media? It pains me to see how detached and heartless some of our people have become. I guess it comes from the transition of the age where we're now seeing a divide in not just our own people, but within the mindsets that permeate in our community. The blatant crassness and the grossly insensitive comments coming from our own people astounds me every day when I'm on social media. Has our people become cold as a defense mechanism, or is this all out of pure hatred? Although Mr. Blake was shot over 7 times, he miraculously survives. However, from yesterday's news, it was announced that he is paralyzed from the waist down. Now I'm happy that this man has survived this ordeal despite the outcome, because I would give this man a chance to speak his side of the story so we can truly see what really happened. How many times have we seen a shooting situation that doesn't end in death? Hopefully we'll be able to find out more about the situation as time goes on. So in the aftermath of the shooting on Sunday, there were riots in the streets on Monday. And yesterday, Tuesday, they decided to bring his mother up, who wanted to say a few words in regards to her son's shooting. Now, this video is the meat of my video. I'm not going to be talking necessarily about the shooting, but the mindset as to why we're still going through some of these things today. So this is what she said.
Look at your hand, and whatever shade it is beautiful as well.
Amen. Yes.
How dare we hate what we are? We are humans. God did not make one type of tree, or flower, or fish, or horse, or grass, or rock. How dare you ask him to make one type of human that looks just like you?
Wow.
I'm not talking to just Caucasian people. I am talking to everyone. White, black, Japanese, Chinese, red, brown. No one is superior to the other.
Right.
The only supreme being is God himself. Please, let's begin to pray for healing for our nation. We are the United States. Have we been united? Do you understand what's going to happen when we fall? Because a house that is against each other cannot stand. To all of the police officers, I'm praying for you and your families. To all of the citizens, my black and brown sisters and brothers, I'm praying for you. I believe that you are an intelligent being just like the rest of us. Everybody. Let's use our hearts, our love, and our intelligence to work together to show the rest of the world how humans are supposed to treat each other. America is great when we behave greatly.
Listen, this is no knock to a grieving mother, nor this is a knock to my fellow Christians. I was once there, but I'm starting to realize a pattern here. Your Christ is making us look cowardly, weak, docile, and submissive. Every time we take a courageous step forward, these disciples and slumbers of Christ stand in the pulpit of cowardice while we deal with racial terrorism. This Christ has been a beacon and a foundation to our collective mediocrity. And this phenomenon is global, unfortunately. And again, I have to reiterate, no, this is no knock on Christians, but I know a good amount of Christians who are out here who understand what we're dealing with, and they're not using religious dogma as a means to push this agenda forward. Those are the people that I have mad respect for. The people who are literally the victims of it. Your son just got shot 7 times. He's paralyzed from the waist down. And that is what you say on the pulpit? You can move people without having to submit. And that is what I have an issue with. We are at a cusp of a global change, a time for revolution. We got religious mammies and over-sexualized bucks speaking for our people, and it's becoming a problem. But let's identify the elephant in the room. Here's the thing. We're at war. Some of y'all are not going to believe me, but there's a lot of aspects of police brutality that resembles war tactics. But we're so accustomed to think about world wars and the Vietnam and war in Iraq. But the war is on U.S. soil. The soldiers are the very policemen this government keep telling us to fear, and we are the prey. Hiding behind Christianity does nothing but makes the flesh tender for the slaughter, since y'all love biblical analogies. As I always say, they're preying on you while you are praying. Why fight for freedom in the afterlife when you can fight for it here? I want you to think about this real quick. If you are truly, and I said this before in my last video, if you are truly the people of God, do you think that the Bible that they gave you, now that you're in iniquity, you think that that book is going to empower you? I want you to really think about that real quick, because you keep saying that Christianity is rooted in Africa. I understand that history, but do you understand how much propaganda has happened in the last 2,000 years regarding your religion? They're not willingly going to give you the book of God to empower you while you are in slavery. They prepped your spiritual mind for the spiritual slaughter, and we are willingly walking with the executioner to our physical slaughter. They have prepped us for a long time, and some of y'all are taking this as truth. I wish we would have more vigor in our study and actually have some type of critical thinking when it comes to warfare. White supremacy is about warfare. Warfare on the mind, on the spirit, and on the body. But back to what the mother said. That last statement at the end of the clip when she said, America is great when we behave greatly. That solidified my stance on what I've been saying. As a black woman, she should have known the evil history of America concerning its bloody hatred for black bodies. To imply that America, a concept that is non-black in nature, will behave when we, the black people I'm assuming, behave greatly, tells me that the evil actions from racist America is somehow our fault, and that is misleading. And to add forgiveness of the fucking police officers was icing on the cake. Yo, I'm sorry to say this, but y'all's Jesus is making you look bad right now. I keep hearing how the Bible was made for us, made by us, and it was supposed to be executed by us. However, I'm not seeing any benefit from proclaiming Jesus on a pulpit in front of a nation of disenfranchised melanoid people. We've been dealing with this power for over 400 years. That little curse you keep telling us that we're under, just know that that expiration date was last year. And I will continue to say this. The ancestors are coming. Y'all ain't seeing what's been happening right now? You keep saying that it's end times, but it is the end of an era of passivity. And this cowardly mindset, if we do not address it, will be our own undoing. There is nothing wrong with having faith. But the moment that its ideologies become a hindrance to our people's growth, I can't condone it. It becomes problematic. And I wish my people would use their faith to empower them and not to find camaraderie with the same people who strive to kill you daily. This case situation is very reminiscent of the Botham Jean trial last year, where the family was extremely passive, forgiving, and you know the whole spiel. Where the father was like, he wanted to be friends hopefully in the future. The son was very forgiving, and he even went out of his way to hug the very she-devil that murdered his defenseless brother in cold blood. And don't forget the judge, who also went out of her way to give this fucking woman a Bible. And the black female security guard stroking her canine hair. Oh my God. All in the name of whom? Jesus Christ. Or what I like to call him, Serapis, and or Cesare Borgia. Go look it up. Like I said, the pathology behind how Christianity has dampened our warrior spirit, it goes deep. And the founding fathers of this refined war tactic of white supremacy was no easy feat. They killed hundreds of millions of melanoid people across the globe, upholding and using this Bible as a weapon against your tormented African and Aboriginal mind. Understand that this was meticulously planned, and now we are killed for our blackness and not our resistance to the submissive doctrine we were given. They have done a masterful job in teaching us what to think and not how to think. But how about we do something different? Much of the terrorism we are experiencing right now, it has been done countless times before, because the application of hate, disdain, and cultural resentment has been passed down almost like a manual, refined with the chisel of time and technological advances. This war tactic, using our faith, our interpersonal relationships, our socioeconomic status, and the propaganda that defiles and eradicates our past, has been successful, as we can see in real time how these factors are a detriment to our people. With that being said, my goal here is not to shame people of the faith, but to somehow inform y'all that if you indeed want to stay in your faith as a melanoid individual, find a way to empower your mind rather than run away spiritually and mentally. Stand firm in your faith and reclaim your birthright. And there are those of us who know that the age of Aquarius is upon us, and it's going to require us to think and respond differently. The age of fear, confusion, and docility will come to an end, and we are all responsible for the legacy we leave for the generation after, when we are nothing but dust. The actions and the ideologies and the critical movements that will propel us forward will soon be the determining factor of our race. It's not going to be easy, but it must be done. But yeah, guys, get into the comments and tell me how you feel about the situation, what the mom said, and the overall mental and spiritual conditions of our people. I want to give a huge shout out and drop a real good book reference, The Destruction of Black Civilization. This book, when I tell you that this book was revolutionary in my life, I tell people all the time on my Twitter to buy this book. And much of the situations that happens today that we're seeing in our history, it has happened hundreds of years ago. And they're using the exact same tactics. And this book really helps show that I really want you guys to invest in this book, as well as another book by I think it's George Smalls. I'm sorry. Stolen Legacy. I'm going to put the link in the description box. But thanks for watching, y'all, and please stay tuned for more comment. I love you. Peace.